What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk about Marvel every day. And today we have an update on Spider-Man 4 and Marvel Television. Recently it was announced that some shows from Marvel have been either delayed or canceled. We also learned that Marvel Studios is changing up their plans for how they go about Marvel Television. They are developing a lot of shows now, but only a few of the ones that they're going to develop are actually going to make it to the screen. And they confirmed this a while ago as well. They said they are developing more than they'll actually release. Plus, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige came out and said a couple of times that they're not going to really release that many movies and Disney Plus shows as they have before. They're aiming to release about 2 to 3 movies a year with 2 to 3 Disney Plus shows as well. They did mention that 2025 was going to be the exception because they basically have some shows on the back burner already that were already supposed to be out that aren't yet, like Ironheart. But we have some updates on some new shows that are coming, some information about what Marvel Studios has planned, and like I mentioned, we have an update on Spider-Man 4's release date, which we'll go ahead and start with for today's video. Spider-Man's release date for Spider-Man 4 has been delayed only a week. I know a lot of people are freaking out just hearing Spider-Man has been delayed, but luckily it's only been pushed back a week, and there's a very good reason for that. The new release date as of now is July 31st, 2026. And I'm sure Marvel and Sony have a few reasons for delaying the film just a week, but here's the main one. If they didn't change the release date, then the film would originally come out only 1 week after Christopher Nolan's next film, The Odyssey, starring Matt Damon and Tom Holland. That movie comes out July 17th of 2026. So originally Spider-Man 4 was coming out a week after that, but now it is coming out 2 weeks after. So this is most likely due to a couple of things. One, not having to compete with the first 2 opening weeks for it, and 2, securing premium IMAX screens. People want to go see Spider-Man on IMAX, that's understandable, but if they are only coming out a week after The Odyssey is probably going to take up all the IMAX screens. So it's a pretty decent move, and by moving it a week later, it doesn't have to compete with The Odyssey as much, and that movie has a stacked cast, including Tom Holland. But now, the movie will only have to compete with Paw Patrol 3 and Spin Master, and I think it will probably beat them. So overall, I think this is a good move by Marvel Studios and Sony, and it's only a week delay to us, and if it means more IMAX screens, that's better. They also do not have the script for Spider-Man 4 fully completed yet. Hopefully they finish it soon and we get some inside information about what the movie is really going to be about. But now diving into Marvel Television and the many shows that we have updates on today. First and foremost, it seems we have a confirmation from an actor that he is going to be reprising his MCU role in Daredevil Born Again, and that actor is Tony Dalton, returning as the Swordsman, or Jack Duquesne. We saw him in Hawkeye, and he is a very wealthy man in New York City, and now that Kingpin is rising to power as the mayor of New York City, it does make sense that we would see him again. The actor confirmed on his Instagram story, his official account, that he is going to be returning. He put a picture of his character and a comic picture of Swordsman on his story, and he said, "It's on," and he tagged the official Daredevil account and put the logo for Daredevil Born Again on there as well. So he will be appearing in Daredevil Born Again. Next, we have some good news for the Nova fans. According to industry insider Jeff Snyder, and the rest of these are going to be coming from Jeff Snyder as he talked about Marvel Television's upcoming projects on a podcast recently, the Insnyder podcast. But good news for Nova fans, he states that the Nova series is still likely to happen, but not until next year at the earliest. This is good news because Deadline announced that Nova, Strange Academy, and Terror Inc. have all been pretty much delayed indefinitely, and said that they might not even get made. Now, we did a video on the channel talking about why they delayed these. They're going to focus more on the multiverse saga. So when he says the earliest it could happen is next year, I believe he is talking about the production for the show, because even Marvel TV head Brad Winderbaum said that this show would be 3 to 4 years out. So we can assume that this is going to come after Avengers Secret Wars. And this is the show that I would assume Marvel Studios was going to keep. Richard Rider, Nova, is a huge character in Marvel Comics. And from what we heard, Sam Alexander was going to appear as well. Now, the insider My Time to Shine Hello did say that the part Marvel Studios wanted Henry Cavill for was the villain Annihilus. Not really sure how I feel about that. I'd rather have Henry Cavill in a different role in the MCU. That's just a rumor for now, but go ahead ahead, let me know your thoughts about that. Would you like Henry Cavill to play a nihilist in the MCU? Then Jeff Snyder says that his insider sources said they have never even heard of Terror Inc. before Deadline reported it, and we haven't heard about it either. There have been no reports by any insiders about a Terror Inc. project being developed, so that came out of left field. But we had been hearing about Strange Academy a lot from many different insiders. And this is really cool right here. Jeff Snyder says Strange Academy opened up a writer's room for the show, with it being designed to serve as a counter to HBO's upcoming Harry Potter reboot. While I'm excited but really nervous about the Harry Potter reboot, I do like the idea of Strange Academy kind of being like it. Sorcerer apprentices, trainees, learning how to control their powers and become sorcerers sounds like a pretty epic show. One that I'd really like to see, so I hope this isn't canceled. I hope they just pick this up again after Avengers Secret Wars, after the multiverse saga is over. Jeff Snyder does say that Marvel will likely circle back to the series when they get a better idea about Doctor Strange 3. But again, considering that Marvel Studios is really focusing on the multiverse story right now and how to tie pretty much everything else new that they do into it, this will probably be after Secret Wars. As far as new projects beyond this, Jeff Snyder does say that Marvel is still believed to be developing a long-rumored blonde Phantom show with Scarlett Johansson. We've heard about this for a while, not much information about this. We're pretty sure Scarlett Johansson is producing this / possibly directing it, but with the multiverse, it's totally possible that she could return and play a different character, the blonde Phantom. And according to Jeff Snyder, that's still the plan. But again, I think it comes out after Secret Wars. But he does also say that Marvel is also working on another big live-action Wakanda show, separate from the animated Eyes of Wakanda series that will release next year. And I think this is a good idea because we know we're possibly getting a new Black Panther. All the reports seem to point to that. And we can assume that Wakanda and Black Panther, whoever it may be, whether that's Shuri or a new T'Challa, will be pretty involved in the events of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Not really sure if they could get this out before Avengers Doomsday. In fact, they probably can't, but before Secret Wars, definitely. Jeff Snyder also says that Marvel would love to work with Jack Schaefer again. Snyder speculates that she could likely be the showrunner for the Champions / Young Avengers series. And this is great news because Jack Schaefer has done great work. She did WandaVision and Agatha all along. Her returning to do another project would be awesome, and it actually makes a lot of sense for her to do a Young Avengers project because of Billy and Tommy, the sons of the Scarlet Witch. She set these kids up in WandaVision. She brought them to the screen. Then, in Agatha All Along, she truly brought them back to life. And now Billy and Agatha are searching for Tommy. And ultimately, I'm sure this will lead to a reunion with the two of them and their mother, the Scarlet Witch, who we have been told is returning to the MCU. And last but not least, Jeff Snyder says that current priorities within the Marvel television department are wrapping up season 2 of Daredevil Born Again, finishing the post-production of Wonder Man, and starting with the Vision series, which makes perfect sense. These are shows that are going to be in the multiverse saga. They are going to affect the multiverse saga, or at least the characters are going to be involved in the next Avengers movies. So of course, they have to be priorities. And it sounds like Marvel pretty much has all the other projects that don't really connect too well with the multiverse saga on the back burner for now. But again, Marvel is already working on projects for after the multiverse saga, including the X-Men, and we just heard about an X-Men series that could be coming immediately after the X-Men movie coming out. So just because they put these on the back burner for a little bit doesn't mean that we won't get them at all, and it doesn't mean that they won't come relatively soon. They could come right after the end of the multiverse saga and the beginning of Phase 7 in the MCU. But go ahead, let me know what you think about all of these updates for Marvel Television. Which project are you most excited for? Go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know if you think delaying Spider-Man by just 1 week is a good idea. Leave your comments down below. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest Marvel news, rumors, or leaks. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.